Kevin Rowland and I'm the Business Information Manager for the Warehouse Group in New Zealand. We're the largest listed retailer in New Zealand with 10,000 team members, and we do about $2.7 billion of revenue a year. We need to understand conversion to understand what are we doing right in stores, what are we doing wrong. The role of marketing is to get people into the store. The role of the store manager is to make sure that the products are well displayed with the correct pricing so that the customer comes into the store and gets what they need. So it's essential for us to understand how each store is doing. It's not possible to really compare one store with another because there are so many different factors, such as a mall location or a double-ended shop or many, many reasons. But what we can do is target a store against itself. Prior to putting all this information into Qlik VÜ, we had no measure, so we couldn't task store managers. Now they are actually targeted with increasing their conversion year on year. After a while, we realized there was still some information missing that would make a big difference. Warehouse stationery stores are normally fairly small with a small amount of staff. So just having one additional member of staff here or at this time there makes a real difference. But again, we weren't able to understand that. So by bringing in the data from our labour planner and combining it with our transactions and customer counts, we were able to give a much fuller picture. Conversion analytics is where we can actually understand how many people who have walked in through the door have actually been converted into paying customers. And this was an area that was totally invisible to us before we went on this adventure. We worked with a partner to bring in thermal imaging counters so that when people came into the store, we knew how many and when. The reason we went with thermal imaging because that allows us to adjust the count to exclude small children or groups of people, which would normally only be one customer. So it's a cleverer, simpler system in many ways. What we did when we saw that was how are we actually going to get value from this? And the value is combining that with our transaction count by hour. The only way to do that was to bring it all into Qlik VÜ. So we take the feeds from the sensors, we take the feeds from our point of sale systems, and that allows us to provide a conversion metric. It was the first time we'd ever done this. And when we gave this to the operations team as a demonstration and said, here you are, here's a series of dashboards, the general manager stood up and he said, I could kiss you. I've never had that reaction from any application that I've ever delivered before.